Your problem. I am standing here thinking about. Well, first of all, I want to apologize. It's been a couple months since I've made a video. Things have been crazy busy at my home and with my family, but I'm back weekly to make some videos and to drop some truth bombs. Hopefully, you will be able to learn more about Jesus and how to be a stronger Christian and how to share him with other people. Well, I was thinking about something that happened the other day. I was driving in the country, and I drive for a living. I'm here and there and everywhere. And I saw some cows just, munching away. They were just having a wonderful time. And I also saw some bulls, and the bulls and the steers, they were here and there and everywhere. There were some over here. There were some over there. They weren't really doing much of anything. And I thought, that's like a lot of people's Christian experience. They really feel like there's no rhyme or reason to it. And some of the things they even try to do, they get frustrated, angry, burned out, tired, worn out. They feel like a lot of times people and quote unquote religion puts all sorts of things on top of them that they weren't really meant to have, all sorts of weird rules that have nothing really to do with following Jesus. And Jesus says actually something about this in the book of Matthew, and I'm cheating, I'm reading it off of my little paper because my rememberer isn't what it used to be, because I've had many blows to my head. But anyhow, that's another story for another time. This is what he says in Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. He says, "Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me, get away with me, and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me, and you'll learn how to live freely and lightly." That's Matthew 11, 28 through 30. A wonderful version of the Bible called The Message. I think you should read the Bible. There's all sorts of interesting things in there. Anyhow, what does this have to do with the bulls and the steer just kind of doing their own thing? Well, when I was a kid, I used to spend summers with my grandfather and my family in Puerto Rico. And he had a farm. He was a sugarcane farmer. And he also had cows and sheep and goats and bulls and steer. And he had a big electric fence around where all the sheep and bulls were. But he also had sugarcane. And so he didn't have a tractor because tractors were crazy expensive. They still are. And so he would latch up two bulls together, or two steer, two oxen, and he would put them together. And to keep them together, he would use something called a yoke, Y-O-K-E. And that's why today's title of the subject is the yoke's on you, ? I know, play on words. The yoke's on you. Not like an egg yolk, like cracked egg yolk, but like a ha-ha, you told me a yoke, ha-ha-ha, funny, but Y-O-K-E, yoke. And because remember, blows to the head, I dropped my paper. Oh, there it is. Hang on for a second. Let me come off the screen here for a second. Look, close up, whoa, close up, whoa. Anyhow, this right here, and I'm not an artist, that's my disclaimer, but this is my drawing of a yoke. My friend Google helped me find this drawing and this image, and I actually made a drawing of the image that I saw. And you notice that it's just a great big heavy piece of wood with a little, I don't know what it's called, I call it a hoopy thing, with a little hoopy thing for one animal. Where's my animal? There he is. For my bull. So one bull would be on the one hoopy thing here, and then another bull would be over here on the other hoopy thing. Now, the whole purpose for this hoopy thing, is called a yoke, would be so both of the animals could work together. And what the farmer would typically do is he would take one animal that was new or less experienced or weaker, and he would hook them up to another animal that was had done the work before and was stronger and was more experienced. And the weaker animal would learn from the stronger animal. And they would, guess what they would do? They would share the burden. One animal trying to do that would just go in circles and circles and circles. But two animals working together, they could share the burden. And that's exactly what Jesus says. He says, hey, you know what? You don't have to walk through life alone. You don't have to do that. In fact, if you do that, you're going to get weighed down and bogged down with all the mess that life has to offer you. So he says, hey, you know what? I will take you and I'll put you in here, right here, and I'll hook you up to me and we'll walk together. And this yoke that I'm making you is actually perfectly made just for you. Let me ask you this question. What do you have yoked up with? What are you yoked up with? Are you yoked up with food, relationships, pornography, drugs, culture? I promise you this, it's not going to get you where you want to go. You want to have peace? You want to have joy? You want to have purpose? Yoke up with Jesus. He's the only way to get you where you want to be. This is Omar Miranda with What's Your Problem, and I'll see you next week. Bye.